Hi there, I'm Stacy, the Encaustic mixed media artist behind Studio Stacy. I thought I would take you along this week, kind of give you a glimpse behind the scenes since it's been a little while since I've done a weekly vlog. If you're here strictly for the painting, down below in the description I'm going to put some time cards or contents down there. And so you can fast forward or just click to the point in the video where I do some painting if you don't want to see all of the behind the scenes, artsy, business related stuff. I hope you want to watch all of it, but in case you don't worry. I won't put you through that torture. Good morning. Happy Monday. Mondays are usually not very exciting video days. I do a lot of video editing, or rather finish up the video editing, and then I render the video and then export it up to YouTube to get it ready for Tuesday's release. So some kind of boring computer work going on today. So before I render the video, I usually listen to it one more time, make sure the sound quality is correct, there's no like little blurbs or blips in the video, and just kind of dial everything down really precisely and hope that it's all good before I render it and download it and then export it, because all that takes a lot of time, and on a rare occasion I've had to redo that, but I try really hard not to. I also have a notebook that I keep all of my video notes in for each video, and that way when I upload them to YouTube, I have down what I want to write in the description and have everything thought out, so I don't have to rewatch it again. So while I'm watching it, I'm also taking notes and jotting down where I want to insert little cards or make sure I put everything in the description that needs to go in the description that I said I would put in the description. Okay, this is slowly chugging along, and while that is rendering, I'm gonna go do a few other not so exciting things like make a grocery list. And hopefully when I come back, this will be at 100%. Up next, I need to create the video thumbnail, and I do that in a program called Canva, which I will link below. Right, I have the video downloaded to the computer, and now I just have to upload the thumbnail and the video to YouTube. So here we go. This will probably take a good portion of the rest of the day, so I think I'm going to put the camera down and work on this, and I might pick you guys back up later depending on if there's anything exciting going on, because watching this upload is not real exciting video. Happy Tuesday, and you guys know what that means. New video is being released on YouTube, so by the time this video comes out, that video will already be available. So I'll link it up there in case you missed last week's video. But I have to post to Instagram to let everybody on Instagram know and to kind of quote unquote market the video. So I'm gonna do that, and then we'll see where the rest of the day goes. I only have one brick of encaustic medium left, so I think I'm going to take this afternoon. It's a little dreary and cold out, and heat the studio up by making some encaustic medium. I make my encaustic medium by melting down this Damar resin, which comes in a crystal-like form. So I melt it down on the same griddle that I normally heat up the encaustic medium with. And as you can see, it's a pretty sticky substance. It's actually tree sap, so that's why it's so sticky. Once you add a bunch of the beeswax in, or rather not a bunch, but once you add the beeswax in, it becomes a little bit more liquid and a little less sticky. So I melt these 1 pound blocks of beeswax down into the Damar resin. And you can see at the bottom of that, there's some like debris down there. And that's just natural. That comes in the Damar resin. It's a tree sap, so there's going to have some debris in it.
To get that debris out, I actually pour this encaustic medium into silicone bread pans and then pop them out of there when they're still a little bit warm. And then I'm able to scrape off the bottoms of that, and all the debris sinks down to the bottom. So I'm getting all of that out, and then I melt it down again and pour into these little cakes and do the same thing. This way, none of the wax gets wasted.
Happy Wednesday. I spent most of the morning writing a newsletter and doing a bunch of computer work, applying to emails, all of that stuff. And now I want to try to work on some more sketchbook background pages for my new Encaustic sketchbook. If you missed that video, I'll link it up there somewhere. But I am starting an Encaustic sketchbook, which I'm super excited to do. But first, before I start any of those background pages, I need to get the studio cleaned up because it is a bit of a mess. Okay, the day has completely gotten away from me. I did get the mess cleaned up, so that's good. I also tore up some mixed media paper and some watercolor paper because I thought I was going to be experimenting on this, but it is now about 4:30 and about time to make dinner. So I think I will probably pick this back up in the morning, hopefully tomorrow. Kind of a not so much of a good vlog type of day, but some days are like that, I guess. Good morning and happy Thursday. So here I'm all set to start experimenting, and basically what I want to do is I want to use a couple different pens and see what works best over encaustic or under encaustic. So what I've done is I've applied encaustic medium to mixed media paper, and then I've done the same with watercolor paper, and you can kind of see, I think you can see in the camera, the color difference here. Sorry about the shadows. The sun's been going in and out, so I'm getting shadows and then I'm not getting shadows. But you can see this has encaustic medium on it, this does not. So it kind of dulls the paper a little bit, makes it a little bit more like golden creamy color, if you will. Okay, and then I thought I'd show you the pens. So I'm going to use a Faber-Castell. I don't know if I'm pronouncing these names right, so apologies if I'm not. And this is also that, but I believe it's a warm gray color. And then I'm also using Statler pens, microns, and then Microperm, which I believe is an offshoot of the microns. So I'm using 4 different brands of pens and then a couple different papers with encaustic medium and without, and we'll see what the results are. Okay, so I've taken and just rubbed my fingers lightly over the ones that have the encaustic wax on and then the pen. So these seem quite good. Those are the micro perm ones. The Statler also seems good, along with the Micron pens. The Faber-Castell Pitt pens did seem to smudge, as you can see, and they're definitely smudging, but it might be an interesting look if that's the look that you want to go for. I don't know if they'll ever permanently dry, but it's a good experiment to do. I'm going to keep going with this, and I'll let you know how the rest of it goes. Okay, so I thought it would be fun to maybe experiment around with this Lyra graphite crayon, and it's a water-soluble type of graphite. Just maybe add in a little bit of shading and see how it reacts to the encaustic as well.
All right, so apparently that Lyra is not water soluble, but this specific arc graphite is water soluble. And as you can see, this works quite well on both just the paper and also on the paper that has encaustic medium on it. Now, the paper that has encaustic medium on it here, you'll see I have to go over a couple times with that water-soluble graphite, and I end up eventually just taking the paintbrush to it while it's wet and really filling it in to get some darker lines, but it works quite well.
Okay, the graphite is dry on these. And so the next step is I'm gonna stick encaustic medium over these that didn't have encaustic medium on them. And I might also put some more on the ones that already had encaustic medium on, just to see if the ink smears at all, or if that graphite smears. So that's the next step. As you can see, this totally obliterated what was on here to begin with. So it had encaustic medium on first, then the Faber-Castell, then the graphite pencil, and it took away all of that stuff, just kind of smeared it around. And then the same thing happened up here with the micro perm pens and the graphite. Again, this was done with encaustic medium first. So what I'm going to try next is just brushing it on with the brush to see if that doesn't help, and then fusing it with the heat torch or the heat gun. So let's see how that goes. Okay, so since this clearly also did not work, I'm going to try one more attempt. This again is the encaustic medium down first, then the pens and the graphite. So with this one, I'm gonna try to heat this up with the heat gun and hopefully get this to sink in to the wax. I really love how that graphite kind of is like splotchy in areas, if you will, or kind of hit or miss dotted along those. And I really like that effect, but might just not be able to get that. So anyways, I'm gonna see what happens with this.
Okay, I did a little bit of fusing with this, and now I'm just applying the clear encaustic medium over it. And I'm going to fuse again with the torch and see how this works out. Fingers crossed it works.
Okay, that seemed to work a little bit better. And I think if I was more careful with the amount of heat I was putting down and, really moving that heat gun around, and it wasn't such a small piece of paper, that it might not have
quite moved around as much. But that definitely seemed to work, heating it up, getting it to set into the wax, which makes complete sense because with all encaustic stuff, you're supposed to fuse between each layer. And I did not fuse after I applied the pen and graphite over the encaustic medium. So I should have fused to begin with. So more experimentation is needed, but I'm kind of liking how all these look. So that's all for today. I think I'm going to get these glued down or taped down into the sketchbook and then make a bunch of notes so I remember going forward. And I'm definitely going to keep experimenting with these because I'm really like the black and white look of them. So yeah, we'll see where this goes.
Happy Friday. I don't even know if I've said that yet. I have been editing all day and just made myself a giant cup of tea. I have on my fingerless mittens because it is chilly out today. Just editing, lots and lots of editing going on. That's usually actually what happens on Fridays. Fridays I normally edit the video for next week and then Mondays upload the video. So again, not a super exciting vlog day. I feel like I keep saying that about this vlog, but hopefully you guys are still enjoying it. It is kind of what it is, the life of an artist. It's not always painting and fun, unfortunately. Although creating videos and stuff like that I really enjoy doing anyways. But at any rate, I think I will probably leave you guys here. Like I said, I'm going to probably spend another couple more hours editing this video, and then I'm going to need to stop to make dinner. I am making a large pot of vegan chili for the weekend. Chili sounds like a nice warm thing to have on these very fall-like days, and I thought, why not make a big pot of it so it lasts all weekend long, and win-win, I don't have to cook the rest of the weekend. So at any rate, I think this is where I'm going to leave you. I hope you did enjoy this little week in the life of an artist, and if you did and wouldn't mind hitting that thumbs up, I would so very much appreciate it. If you aren't subscribed and would consider doing so, that would also be much appreciated. And if you are subscribed but not getting notified every time I release a new video, you know what to do. Hit that bell down there. Again, thanks so much for coming along. We'll talk to you soon, and bye for now.